"This isn't over, human," he snarled before stomping away. Once the Lutherans were gone, Sarah turned to Tikin, who was still crouched on the floor clutching his tablet. She offered him a hand. "You okay?" she asked, her tone softer now. Tikin hesitated before taking her hand. His tentacle-like fingers were cool and smooth against her skin. "Why did you intervene?" he asked, his voice quivering. "No one ever does," Sarah shrugged. "Because it was the right thing to do. You don't deserve to be treated like that. No one does." From that day on, Sarah and Tikin became unlikely friends. Sarah helped Tikin navigate the social dynamics of the academy, teaching him how to stand up for himself while also spreading awareness about the Koran's unique abilities and culture. In return, Tikin introduced Sarah to the wonders of Koran technology, including a data analysis tool that became invaluable for her studies. Word of Sarah's actions spread quickly through the school. Her bravery inspired others to step out of their comfort zones and challenge the status quo. Slowly but surely, the culture of the academy began to shift. Students who had once turned a blind eye to bullying started to speak out, forming a united front against those who sought to divide. Even Grakthar and his gang found themselves increasingly isolated. Without the support of the silent majority, their power waned, and they were eventually forced to rethink their ways. One day, as Sarah and Tikin walked through the academy's arboretum, the Koran stopped and turned to his friend. "Sarah," he began, his bioluminescent skin glowing a soft blue, "I have analyzed this scenario countless times, and I still cannot comprehend one thing. Why do humans care so deeply about justice, even when it does not benefit them personally?" Sarah smiled, looking up at the simulated sky above. "I guess it's just who we are. Humans have a saying, 'Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.' It's not always easy, but it's worth it. Besides, if we don't look out for each other, who will?" Tin considered her words, his glow shifting to a warm golden hue, a Koran expression of gratitude and admiration. "Your species is truly unique, Sarah Mitchell. Perhaps there is hope for this galaxy after all." Sarah chuckled, playfully nudging his shoulder. "Don't get too sentimental on me now, Tikin. We've got a physics exam to study for." As the two friends walked off, their bond a testament to the power of kindness and courage, the academy, and perhaps the galaxy itself, was forever changed. In the vast expanse of the Orion cluster, the Intergalactic Academy for Advanced Species stood as a beacon of hope and unity. The school hosted students from hundreds of intelligent species, each bringing unique perspectives, cultures, and abilities. But even in this melting pot of diversity, old habits from countless civilizations lingered: prejudice, fear of the different, and the harsh, unrelenting cruelty of bullying. For Tikin, a young Koran from the planet Varnax, the academy was a place of nightmares. The Korans, with their slender frames, bioluminescent skin, and delicate tentacle-like appendages, were often seen as fragile and weak by other species. Despite their advanced intellect and unparalleled ability to process data, they were a frequent target of mockery. Tin had been the subject of relentless bullying since the first day of classes. His bullies were primarily a group of towering Lotharans, a warrior species known for their brute strength and imposing stature. Led by Grakthar, a particularly aggressive Lotharan, they took every opportunity to demean and humiliate Tikin. "Hey, glow stick," Grakthar sneered one morning, shoving Tikin's data tablet to the ground. "Careful, or you might short-circuit yourself." The other Lutherans laughed, their deep, guttural voices echoing in the hallway. Tikin's bioluminescent skin flickered erratically, a Koran response to stress and fear. He bent down to retrieve his tablet, keeping his eyes low to avoid further provocation. The rest of the students in the hallway averted their gazes. No one wanted to get involved. Confronting Grakthar and his gang was a surefire way to end up as their next target. No one, that is, except for one human. Sarah Mitchell, a second-year student from Earth, had been watching the scene unfold from her locker. Humans were a relatively new addition to the academy. While they lacked the physical prowess or technological mastery of some species, they had a reputation for their unpredictable nature and fierce sense of justice. Sarah slammed her locker shut and strode toward the group, her boots clicking against the polished floor. She wasn't particularly tall or imposing, especially compared to the Lotharans, but her expression was one of unshakable determination. "Hey, Grakthar," she called out, her voice cutting through the noise like a blade. "Why don't you pick on someone your own size, or better yet, someone who can actually fight back?" Grakthar turned, his yellow eyes narrowing as he sized up the human. "Stay out of this, Earthling. This doesn't concern you." Sarah crossed her arms, standing her ground. "It concerns me when I see a group of cowards ganging up on someone who's done nothing to you." The hallway fell silent. Students stopped in their tracks, watching the confrontation with wide eyes. No one had ever dared to stand up to Grakthar before, let alone a human. Grakthar growled, his massive frame towering over Sarah. "You've got guts, I'll give you that. But guts won't save you." Sarah didn't flinch. "Maybe not, but at least I'm not a bully hiding behind his gang to feel powerful." For a moment, it seemed like Grakthar might retaliate, but the murmurs and whispers from the surrounding students gave him pause. The last thing he wanted was to look weak in front of an audience. With a final glare, he gestured for his gang to follow him.